What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead early review of Season 9, Episode 9. So obviously, spoiler warning, it's not a full review as I have not seen the full episode. I've seen parts and pieces and clips and a sneak peek here and there. So we're going to discuss it, but obviously, spoiler warning if you don't want to know anything about the Walking Dead Season 9 as a whole, and definitely Season 9, Episode 9. So if you saw the other clip going around about the opening of The Walking Dead 909, you can see that the episode picks up at the end of 908 in the graveyard, in the cemetery with the walkers and the whispers, Daryl, Michonne, Aaron, Eugene, Magna, and Yumiko. And we have the other videos about the potential spoilers, and they look to be right, as they usually are, but you never know. But ultimately, people love the episode. A lot of people like it. A lot of people love it. A lot of people say it's good, if not great. So I'm excited to talk about it. And for those who don't know, Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. And if you had AMC Premiere, you could watch the episode 909 early access, which is awesome. You could have watched it before the Super Bowl and got to see it. I don't have AMC Premiere, so I did not watch it yet, but I'm excited to talk about the episode when it finally comes out this Sunday, February 10th. But we do have some good information and some photos from the episode, the sneak peeks, and so forth. So let's get to it, guys. So basically, the episode will pick up right where 908 left off. We'll see the group escape the cemetery, but also get across this bridge. We see some walkers and some whispers, and this is part of the sneak peek that's online. If you want to check it out, check out AMC's YouTube channel. And they go to a bridge where we'll meet some whispers and some walkers. And Daryl is not trusting these walkers and whispers at all. He's going to probably think that every walker is potentially a whisper. Daryl is very smart, and he's a survivor. He's one of the best parts of the show, in my opinion. He does a lot of great things. Hopefully, he continues on for a long, long time. But Daryl is going to use his crossbow and fire his bolts, yes, bolts, they're not arrows, they're bolts, into the legs of the whispers and the walkers. And that's his very smart way of weeding out the walkers and the whispers. He fires a bolt into the leg of a walker, and the walker keeps walking towards him. He fires another bolt at a whisper, boom, ah! He goes down, as that would kill. It would hurt really bad to get a bolt through the thigh. And like I said, the whisperer goes down and the walkers start to eat him. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty great idea because you're like, who's real, who's not? I think Daryl is going to be one of the smartest people to deal with the whispers this season, and this kind of proves that. We see the walkers jump on the whisper, and the other whisperers that are in the back there are like, well, let's get the heck out of here. One of them is Lydia. That is Lydia. And there's another whisper on the other side. And they turn around, and Michonne's there like, you ain't going nowhere, baby. Bring it on. The whisper's like, okay, I got you. Takes out a knife and goes to attack Michonne like a moron. Michonne steps to the side and cuts him up, and then jabs her katana through the gut of the guy, and the whisperer goes down. Well, I guess it's a guy. Could be a girl. We just don't know. But either way, it's one dead whisper. Michonne starts walking towards the other whisper. The whisper's like, I don't know. Daryl comes out on the other side of the whisper, which is Lydia right there. The mask is a little too loose. It's a little too much. It's definitely Scooby-Doo style. Zoinks! And if you follow this channel, you know that Daryl unmasks Lydia right here for the first time. Then we see Magna and Yumiko come in. Yumiko fires an arrow from her bow, and the walker is killed. Magna and Yumiko probably kill the other walkers, while Daryl and Michonne go to Lydia to unmask her. And my question to you is, and the writers and everybody, is why is Alpha and Beta not with Lydia to protect her? Why is she alone with these other whispers? Is she out on her own? Is she breaking the law of the whispers? What is she doing? If you're the leader's daughter, you're pretty important, right? Not sure what's going on here. Maybe she's not staying in the house like Carl and Judith. Speaking of Judith, we're going to see Negan on a motorbike or a motorcycle or whatever you would like to call it. Either way, I believe Negan got the motorbike from the sanctuary, and it's one of the bikes that were switched over to run on ethanol, like Daryl's bike from the sanctuary, and we saw that the first part of the season. So it's pretty cool. You see Negan ride along, like wee wee going around, but then he's just riding along, all smiling like da da da, I love to be free and this and that, and then nope, Judith is there waiting for him. Pretty badass moment. But you can see Negan is going to interact with Judith several times this episode, but also probably the back half of season 9, maybe even into season 10, and it's kind of interesting to me. I want to see the dynamic with Judith and Negan for sure. But like I said, Judith fires her Colt Python pistol. Well, Rick's Colt Python pistol. That is now Judith. Boom! And Negan goes down. We'll see if Negan's all right. But it's another interaction with Judith and Negan. But Negan is pretty interesting here. I think we're going to get a redemption story starting in this episode and the back half of season 9. If he's kept on the show for a reason, we don't have Maggie really much at all anymore. We don't have Rick. We don't have other characters. Negan's got to be a big part of it, right? The Negan-Judith dynamic, I think, can be important for the show. I love Judith already, and I think Judith and Negan's storyline can be good for the show. I'm excited for it, but there is a funny interaction here between Negan and Judith, and basically, Negan curses. He's like, "You sure as shit did." And he says shit and not an F-bomb. We're still waiting to hear Negan say an F-bomb on the show, right? At least I am. And Judith replies, "Language, I'm a kid, a-hole." It's pretty cute. It's pretty funny. And that's what makes me love Judith already. I'm excited to meet Kaylee Fleming on the Walker Stalker cruise. And I do like the fact that Negan and Judith are going to have a storyline, kind of like Carl and Negan were supposed to have in the show, based on the comic, but now that's going to go to Judith, which I'm totally okay with. Also, the interactions between Judith and Negan are interesting because Negan doesn't even try to fight Judith or attack her or even get away. He takes off the compass or something around his neck. I believe it's a compass. I'm not sure as I didn't see the earlier clips, but it belonged to Judith, I believe, and he gives it back to her because Judith will interact with Negan a couple times this episode in Alexandria when Negan gets away, and you can see that Negan is giving it back to Judith. Also, Judith says, "You're going to go back to Alexandria. There's a lot of people looking for you," and Negan agrees. Negan's like, "Yep, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to my cell, my 10 by 10 cell. There's nothing here for me." So the sanctuary is gone. I don't think it's ever coming back. Negan is going to be locked up in a cell, so is he going to save Daryl or not? It doesn't look likely, but it still could happen. I can't wait to find out. In another small clip, we see Sadiq and Rosita talking. And Rosita's like, "Remember all that fun we had before I was with Father Gabriel? You and I got it on a little bit." And Sadiq's like, "Yeah, I kind of know where this is going." And Sadiq just looks at Rosita, and Rosita tells him that she's pregnant. So does she know that for a fact? Because maybe she hasn't been with Father Gabriel yet, or based on the timeline when it happened and when it was, we just don't know. But Rosita tells Sadiq that she's pregnant, and Eugene hears that. Eugene is sitting in the room, and he can hear the conversation between Sadiq and Rosita. So Eugene knows, and what's he going to do with that information? Go to Father Gabriel and tell him? Or just want to protect Rosita even more? And I saw another clip with Luke and Alden, and they definitely get captured. Well, it's towards the end of the episode, and we don't know exactly what happens, but I would think so. We see Yumiko's arrow there, and we see Alpha. Alpha basically sets up a trap for Luke and Alden, and I'm not sure if she put the arrows there or what, but they kind of set this up, and you can see in her hand, she has an arrow. So it's not a machete or anything like that. She's holding an arrow in her hand and throws it towards Luke and Alden. So a lot of us thought that she could have the red-handled machete. She doesn't, which kind of sucks, and I would like to see little connecting points here and there. I still want to see Walker Eric as a Whisperer mask or something like that. I still want to see that. Come on, Walking Dead, don't let me down. And Alpha says trail ends here. So I don't know if she set up the trail of arrows so Luke and Alden would get captured, or it's just where the trail actually ended between Yumiko and the arrows that were shot into the trees. And so Alpha doesn't say, "Don't move." She says, "Trail ends here," which is kind of disappointing. But that's my early review and some potential spoilers. Well, spoilers for the show. And I'm excited to watch the rest of The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 9. If you've seen it already, let me know your thoughts. If you're going to wait till Sunday, come back to this video or another video and let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and all that stuff. I love Judith already, and I like the interactions with her and Negan, I have to say. And even from the little clips that I saw, it was pretty good. It was pretty entertaining, and I'm excited to see the rest of it. So let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Show us some love by hitting that subscribe button and hitting the bell to get notifications when we post videos, which is daily. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. I believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. want to say thank you.